Shaare Zedek havovam.
Open for me the gates of righteousness, and I will go there. So it has been for Shaare Zedek Medical Center in Jerusalem, a place of healing kindness from one heart to another. Combining cutting-edge medicine and technology, Shaare Zedek delivers critical care to a full spectrum of Israeli citizens, our brethren in the Holy Land. A world away in Los Angeles, one special doctor and his family resolved to heal broken hearts.
He was born in West Haven, Connecticut, and was the first of what turned out to be 3 boys, a full gang of Matloff boys who terrorized the neighborhood in West Haven, Connecticut. The reality is I think every one of the stories is probably right on point. It's probably another example of that movie Big Fish, where all these tall tales about your father actually turn out to be true. My father did end up going to Yale and was a tremendous student. He ended up graduating summa cum laude with honors, and decided that medicine was the path he was going to pursue. My father met a woman by the name of Martha Bernier. My mother was gorgeous. She was the prom queen. When it comes down to it, a really athletic, and extremely capable babe from Mechanic Falls, Maine. My father, the Big Fish, he fell hard. They got married in Boston, just outside of Boston, and they picked up and they moved out to Los Angeles with about 26 of their best friends and colleagues. If they were a darling couple, my sister was their darling. 3 years later, a little less than 3 years later, the situation changed a little bit, and I came along and ruined Lori's darling status. Not that I took it over, but there were 2 of us, so she had to share my parents' focus. I was born on March 13th, 1973. My father was born on March 13th, 1933. And so that made me his 40th birthday present.
Jack is one of literally, I think, what I would consider a handful of individuals who are responsible by virtue of their clinical excellence, their research, their teaching activities that helped put Cedars-Sinai on the map. Prior to Jack's arrival, cardiac surgery did not exist at Cedars-Sinai, and he was singularly responsible for establishing what is today recognized as one of the nation's great departments of cardiac surgery.
First meeting was when I was quite sick and had a heart attack. I was rushed to Cedars-Sinai, met with Jack, and I realized by watching his face that it was pretty serious. And I said to him, Dr. Matloff, what would you do if it were you? He said, I would do it right away. I said, well, that was it. I didn't go home. The operation was the next day, and it was a 5 bypasses. Because of this experience, I began to write poetry which I had not written before. My God within my tradition, my God whom I do not fear, in whose goodness I trust.
Big bear of a man, but he's got the hands of a violinist. I suppose one could say with a little bit of wit that Dr. Matloff did the ultimate neighborly thing for me, and that is he gave me a whole new heart and a whole new energy in my life at a very young age. I could walk as early as 5 in the morning, and I would see Dr. Matloff slink off in his large Lincoln to do an early morning surgery. before his ultimate retirement from Cedars-Sinai sometime in the late 90s.
Now retired, Jack and his wife Martha enjoy a fruitful retirement. But for the good doctor, promoting Shaare Zedek is still on his mind.
Different people involved called me if I'd be interested in helping. And when they mentioned the name of Jack Matloff, I myself said I'd be happy to do whatever I can. The project's in Israel. And I feel anything that I can help Israel now or future or I did over the years, I will help. Because as a Jew, without Israel, we're going to have big troubles. I always felt that the Holocaust wouldn't happen if they had an Israel. We support the things that go on in Israel. And if Jack Matloff has a new project, helping a hospital, I think it's very important that we help him in support of this hospital.
Jack would always be at the Shaare Zedek meetings. He was always a stalwart champion, of course, for the hospital, and very strong with regard to the support and what he wanted to do at the hospital. That Jack was very concerned about the waiting periods for people to have heart operations. He challenged the Los Angeles group basically to solve this problem. Through Jack's leadership, a whole floor was finally dedicated, $25 million, a whole floor for that amount of money with the help of the Jeshelsons, and then of course the people from Los Angeles for cardiac thoracic surgery. If Jack had not been involved, I don't know if that floor would have ever been built. Maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have, but Jack was the man who did it.
And so, the story of Shaare Zedek continues, binding souls, healing hearts. Thanks to the efforts of one special doctor, his family, and his community.